You're welcome back to Synth Tales, where timeless stories come to life. How did one man, born into poverty on the frozen steppes of Mongolia, rise to become the most feared and powerful ruler in human history? Temüjin was born in 1162 near the Onon River. His father, a tribal chief, was poisoned by enemies. At just 9 years old, Temüjin was abandoned by his own clan. He grew up in brutal poverty, hunting for survival, betrayed by allies, and hardened by endless hardship. But these were the fires that forged the warrior within. Even as a teen, he began gathering allies, based not on bloodline, but loyalty and merit. That idea would become his most powerful weapon. By 1206, after years of warfare, Temüjin had united the Mongol tribes under one banner. He was declared Genghis Khan, universal ruler. He transformed a fractured nomadic people into a disciplined military machine. His army rode faster, struck harder, and thought smarter than any before them. Every soldier could read signals, follow maps, and move silently for days. Loyalty was absolute, discipline brutal, and their goal? The world. The first target was the powerful Jin dynasty in northern China. Genghis didn't just ride through deserts, he learned siegecraft, recruited Chinese engineers, and broke through fortified cities thought untouchable. He respected scholars, spared artisans, and punished betrayal with ruthless efficiency. By 1215, Beijing had fallen, and Genghis wasn't finished. His eyes turned west. In 1219, Genghis sent envoys to the Khwarezm Empire seeking trade. The Shah murdered them. It was a fatal mistake. Genghis Khan responded with fury. His forces swept through Central Asia like a sandstorm. Cities like Samarkand and Nishapur were annihilated. His strategy was psychological as well as physical. If you resisted, you were wiped from history. If you surrendered, you lived under Mongol law and often thrived. His reputation alone began winning battles. But Genghis Khan wasn't just a destroyer. He was a visionary. He created a postal system across Asia, enforced religious tolerance, introduced a code of law, the Yasa, and protected the Silk Road like a national highway. Trade, science, and culture flourished under the Pax Mongolica. Persian scholars worked beside Chinese astronomers. Ideas flowed as freely as goods. It was the world's first real attempt at globalization. In 1227, during a campaign against the Western Xia, Genghis Khan died, still undefeated. His burial site remains a mystery, but his death didn't end the empire. His sons and grandsons, Ogedei, Kublai, Hulagu, expanded it further, reaching Eastern Europe, Baghdad, and even Japan. The Mongol Empire would eventually stretch from Korea to Poland, the largest contiguous empire in history. Genghis Khan's legacy is complicated. He was a ruthless warlord, but also a unifier, a modernizer, and a protector of knowledge. He redefined meritocracy, elevated women in Mongol society, and dismantled rigid aristocracies wherever he went. Today, genetic studies suggest 1 in 200 men worldwide may descend from his bloodline. But even more enduring than blood is his influence. From military strategy to statecraft, Genghis Khan helped shape the modern world in profound, often invisible ways. Few names in history echo louder than Genghis Khan. Feared and admired, condemned and celebrated, he was a paradox made flesh. He united what was broken. He ruled what had never been ruled. And though empires fall and centuries pass, his shadow still stretches across the world. This was the life of the eternal Khan and the empire that almost conquered everything. If this story shattered your view of history, don't let it end here. Subscribe, share, and comment below, because history deserves to be told boldly. Join us in bringing forgotten empires and untold legends back to life.